Yes, thank you. So fine. So let me just discuss how we write a very basic script in order to run very initially. So let us just run a small script, just 1 or 2 lines of script in order to launch a browser and to do a small action on that browser. Okay, browser action. For that purpose, in order to do that, so first thing what we need to do. So let me just explain you. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing? We are using something called Selenium. Okay, Selenium with Python. So Selenium with Python, what is the thing is, Selenium is nothing but it is a test suite. Okay, it's a suite of testing tools. Okay, it's a suite of testing tools. Okay, so there are a lot of tools, as I said you. We have IDE, we have Selenium RC, we have Selenium WebDriver. Okay, we have Selenium Grid. These are the 4 things that there are. Okay, out of which we are only focusing of Selenium WebDriver. Okay, what are we focusing on? We are focusing on only Selenium WebDriver because Selenium WebDriver is much used in the market. So out of, like, think that there are 100% of Selenium users, out of which Selenium WebDriver is used 95%. Okay, almost every company will ask you in any interview. If you go, they'll ask you about questions on Selenium WebDriver. Okay, this is a much thing that you have to focus on. Okay, so our target is also to focus on the Selenium WebDriver. So I will just explain you how to just run a small script, okay, with writing Python. So what exactly we are going to do, we are running a script which is written in Python, okay, which is going to do an action on the web browser, or it is going to do some activity on your web browser. Okay, so web page, you can say, within the web browser you will launch application. In that application you will do perform an action. Okay, so how we are going to do is, the first thing, so first thing we have to do is, like, we have to install Selenium. What we need to do, we have to install Selenium. How do we install Selenium? Normally, to install any package in Python, we have to type some command called pip install, okay, Selenium. It should not be capital, it should be small. What I said is, as I have written here, it should be in that format. Pip install Selenium. If you just need to go to command prompt, in command prompt, so you have to configure, first you have to configure your path, you have to configure, or you have to set your environment variables. Then you can say pip install Selenium, so that your Selenium will be installed in your system. The second step, after you install Selenium, you have to say, you have to install something called Chrome driver. What is this? Or IE driver. Okay, or Firefox driver, you can say Gecko driver. Okay, so these 3 are important. If you are working on Firefox, you need Gecko driver. Okay, if you are working on Firefox, you need Gecko driver. What is this? I'll explain, don't worry. If you are working on IE, you need to have IE driver, but if you are working on Chrome, you need to have Chrome driver. Okay, because if I want to launch any application, first thing, see, I have downloaded my Selenium now. After downloading a Selenium, so my target is what? My target is to automate an web application. I said you already when we are discussing, suppose I want to automate an application. I want to automate an application. Suppose I want to automate an Durga form. There is a form called Durga. This is what the form which is there. I want to automate this application using coding, using my Python script. I want to do whatever the manual action I'm doing. I want to do it automatically. In order to do it automatically, so the first thing what I need is, I need to launch the browser. The browser can be a Chrome browser or a Firefox browser or IE browser. After launching the browser, I need to connect that. I need to launch my application. The application URL I need to provide, and then I have to launch that application. After launching that application, I can do, like, I can come here, I can type something, I can provide name, I can provide phone number, I can provide email ID, I can provide all the data. Okay, when I click on submit, the data will be saved. So these are all the manual actions I do. The similar manual action, if I want to do in automation, first step I have to do is to connect to the browser. First step, what I need to do, I need to connect to the browser. Second step, I need to launch the application. Yes or no? First step, connecting to the browser. Second step, launching the application. Third step, whatever the manual actions I am doing here, like typing here, going here and typing, I need to do with the script. I don't need to do with the code. I mean, manually. I need to do with the script. So I need to write some script in order to do this actions, complete actions. Got it right? So in order to do this one, so I need to have some connectivity. So in order to connect to my web browser, okay, I need to have some drivers. So basically, Selenium is a API binding. Selenium, what are Selenium? Selenium API bindings. They are API bindings which are going to connect, to web browser using the drivers. Okay. So these drivers are required. If you are working in any of the browsers, you need to have these drivers. So 99% in companies they will use Chrome driver. Okay. So we'll also work on one driver because we are not going to see how different the browsers are working. So we are only going to see how we are going to automate an application. So we need to work on at least one. So we are working on Chrome driver. So our focus will be on the Chrome driver. So third step, first step is installing Selenium. Second step is to install again, to is download. Okay, uh, download Chrome driver or whatever drivers you are working with, whatever the process. Third step is what? Third step is launching the browser. I mean, launching the application. Yes or no? I said you right. All these things we are doing on automation. Okay, I mean manually. So first we have to launch the browser, then launch the application, then do some automation tasks. So whatever our target is, our target is to automate a web application. This is a web application. Okay, which is launched in web. That's why it is a web application. So I want to do all these actions. Whatever, if I type some name here, okay, if I type some phone number, something like this, if I some in email ID, so it should be done automatically through the script. I have to write some code. That code has to do all these actions. I should not write it. So we are going with automation. We are going with automation using Selenium. So for that purpose, we cannot do manually. We have to do with the code. So in order to do with the code, we have to install Selenium. We have to install the drivers. Okay, we will be installing Chrome driver. I'll show you how to do that. And then we have to launch the application. Then we have to perform web page activities, or you can say activities using Selenium coding, or you can say uh, using scripting. Okay, using scripts. Okay, this is what normally you will try to work. Okay, so as we are discussing the process, so let's see how do we do. So before Selenium, before installing Selenium, it's better to have any of your IDEs ready. Okay, what is the prerequisite? What is the prerequisite? So you need to have any of the ID is ready. So I prefer something called PyCharm. What is this? PyCharm. Everyone knows how to install PyCharm. I
No,
have
sir.
shown you. If who is that person? Can I know?
Rakesh.
Rakesh. You don't know? You know basic Python?
Yes,
Basics
I
of
know.
Python?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So PyCharm is IDE. PyCharm is IDE, which can be available in internet. Okay, which can be available. It's a free source. Okay, just you need to do one thing. You have to go to internet and type something called PyCharm download. What you need to type?
Python
PyCharm,
download.
PyCharm download. You are getting right. So once
Yes.
you click on PyCharm download, you can able to see the first option or the first link. You can just click on it. Okay. After you
Okay.
click on that, you will have two versions. You will have a community version. Community version is for someone who is working as a company thing. It's like a community person. Okay. So
Okay.
professional is like if you are single or if you are working for yourself, you can able to work and professional type. Okay. So it is not completely free. It is free for some days. Okay. So what you can do, you can just go and download professional version. Click on download. Okay, what you need to do, just click on download. So once you click on download, it will take some time. It will be downloaded. Okay, it will be downloaded. Getting right? So I don't want to waste because it's already there in my system. Okay, so once you click on download, you just need to install it. You know, normal application. You just need to click on next. You have to set the path. Okay, just click on next. So set the path where your PyCharm project should save, your file should save. Then you have to click on next. So ultimately your application will be downloaded. Got it right? So I mean,
Okay.
install after your download is completed, you have to install it. After installing that application, you just need to launch that application. Okay. After you launch the application will look like this. Okay. Got it right?
Okay.
Look like this
Okay.
means the UI will be like this.
Hello, sir.
So then, yeah, please.
Sir, this uh, co- uh, this version is only for this is a trial version, and we can use it for only for 1 month. So, is it
Yes.
okay if we go with community version?
No. Community. No. My preference is professional version is free. So community version, I don't think so. It is free for from the initial days. I don't think so. You can check it. You
No.
can check internet. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah. You can check it internet. If it's available free, you can just go and download. Well, ultimately, our target is to work on some IDE. We are not focusing on whether it is free or not. Our target is to work on IDE. If it is available free, then it will be a good one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Normally in companies, how it happens is like people will buy the license. The company will buy the license and they will provide to us. They will do some changes to the application front, and then they will give us. So this is what happens. So after you download and install the PyCharm, you just need to go to file, new project. What you need to do? New project. Then in the new project, you have to say pure Python. Before that, you have to just configure all your things. What you need to configure? You need to configure all your interpreter. So you have to say where your Python exe is there. Interpreter, you said right? Interpreter should be there, okay, in order to understand your code and to execute your code. Okay, you're writing some code, it should execute step by step execution. In order to do that, you need to have your base interpreter ready. Got it right? So base interpreter should be ready. So when you are downloading Python, first thing, Python should be there in your system. If Python is not there, there is no concept of PyCharm. Okay, because you cannot run any Python code if you don't have Python installed. So first thing, Python installation. Second, PyCharm installation. In the PyCharm, you have to configure this base interpreter. You have to just go and see where your python.exe is configured. Is there? Just configure that location. You can configure the location where your Python project should stay. Okay, this is the whole location where your whole project will be there. So if you are not having anything, just do a new environment, create a virtual environment, so that you will configure all the data. So after that, you can able to click on pure Python. You can say create. Okay, you can say create. So I don't want to use any new project, but I'll say you can say create. Okay, you can say create, you can say new window, because I have already one PyCharm ready, so I can say new window. Okay, so normally it is not required because I have already opened a project. Okay, so when you say new window, or you can say this window, you will open like this, you will get like this. Okay, so then what you need to do, you have to go and create a Python project. You need to go and create new Python file. You have to create a file. Within the project, you are creating a file. Which file you are creating? Python file. What is the file name? You can give file name project one. You can say project one or file one. Got it right? Then you can say enter. So then your new file will be created. Are you getting right what I'm saying? First, you have to create a project. The project has to be created in the way which I have explained before. Okay, after creating the project, you have to create a file. So where you are writing your code will be within this file, within this project. The file will be within this project. Are you clear, right, everyone? Any doubts, you can ask me. Anyone having any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir. We'll try,
Everyone,
sir.
everyone clear, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me next day. But you are understanding, right, whatever I'm teaching? Yeah. Yes, someone is speaking. Rakesh, you can say.
Yes, sir, we'll try, sir. We'll try, and if you have any doubts, we'll.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, thanks. So after that you can able to start writing the code. What you write, you can start writing the code. So first step, what you need to do, you need to say install Selenium. So there are two ways of, if you are having PyCharm, you can go to something called settings. Okay, you can go to settings. Okay, in settings there is something called here plus button. Okay, install button. Can you able to see? Okay, just click on this one. If you want to download any package, okay, if you want to download any package, go and type that package name, or you can module, whatever the module. I want to download Selenium. Got it right? So it is showing like this because it is already downloaded. It is already installed in my system. Okay, it is already installed in my system. So I don't need to install this package. So it is not required for, because it is already installed. If it is not there for you people, it will be not there. If you are using for the first time, just go and type Selenium. Okay, and then you can able to Selenium. Then you can able to install that package. Clear, right, everyone? Okay, otherwise, as I said you, there is something called command prompt. Go to command prompt. In command prompt, first you need to configure your Python location. Python location has to be configured in environment variables. Then after you can say pip install Selenium. What is this? Selenium. As I said, do the first step, right? First step, what you need to do? This one. After doing, yeah, it's saying pip is not a recognized command because yeah, I'm not using this one. I need to set the path and all. Okay, if you do that, if you set the path and everything, you can do it. For me, not required because I have did it in Selenium here itself. In PyCharm itself, I have did it. Got it right? Otherwise, you can do it. Got it right? For PyCharm, if you want to install it, better go here, click on this, and then type Selenium. Then there is something called install package. Click on install package. Your package will be installed. Okay. So this is what the first thing. After doing this, what we need to do? Okay, I said you right. What is the second step as we are discussing? First step is this. First step is to install Selenium. Yes or no? So if you do pip install Selenium, that's well and good. Okay. So if you are doing pip install Selenium, you have to give the same. This is like for whole Python, whole system. This pip Selenium means this is completely for whole Python. What I can say, that whole Python software which is installed in your system. It is not specific for your Python. So you better what you do after installing pip install Selenium, you have to configure both Python and your Python. Configure both Python path and PyCharm path, so that there won't be any problem. Got it right? Okay, in your system, in environment variables. Okay, got it right? You're getting right what I'm saying, so that you don't face, because that will affect to complete system, so that you won't face any problem. So better I suggest you, either you can go with you can directly go with just clicking on it, settings, and then that install button, and then you can able to install the Selenium. After doing that, we have to download Chrome driver. As I said you, the second point what we are going to discuss, second point is to download Chrome driver, IE driver, because I want to connect to my browser. I have Selenium with me, but I have to connect to the browser, only then I can able to launch the application. I cannot launch an application without using a browser. I need to have a Chrome, I need to have a IE, I need to have Firefox, or whatever, either of these three I need to have one. Only then I can only launch any application. If I don't launch any application, I cannot automate. So the second step is to install this, download these drivers. So how do you download the driver? Just go here, click on Chrome driver. What is this? Chrome driver download for Selenium. You can type that. Are you getting right, everyone? Second step is Chrome driver download for Selenium. So then
Yes, sir.
just go to the first option. Go to the first option. So you can see this normal page. After this, you need to be very clear with this point. You have to check which version of your Chrome you're working on. Got it right? So you have to download only that Chrome driver related version. People do mistakes. The biggest mistake in installing Selenium is not downloading or not configuring the Chrome driver to the according version. Okay, what I mean to say here is, first you need to check which version of your Chrome driver is. Can you go and see? Can you able to see here? My Chrome driver is 85.0.4.4183. Go to the control panel. Okay, you know how to check it, the version. Go to the control panel. In the control panel, you can just go and check it. 85 point. Can you able to see here, everyone?
Yes, sir.
85.0.4183. So you are not bothered about point after things. It is not mandatory to check everything. But you see 85 version. Which version it is? 85 version, which is a Chrome driver. So I can only download that Chrome driver. Chrome, according to the Chrome, I can only download that Chrome driver. Okay, I cannot download 86 version Chrome driver. Are you getting right? I have options here. 84 is there, 85 is there, 86 is there. So I cannot download this. I can only download this. You're clear, right? Everyone is clear, right? According to your Chrome version, you have to download your Chrome driver. That is very, very important. If you do in a wrong way, your system won't work, or your application, your code won't work. Got it right? So just need to click on it. Once you click on it, you will get all these things. Okay, so you are working for not Mac, not Linux, all these six something Windows, that even your system is 64, it will work, don't worry. Okay, just will click on this. What you need to do, click on that. Are you getting right? After you click on that, you need to just open that in folder. Then you need to just you need to extract it. What you need to do, you have to extract the files. You need to extract, suppose think that I have this Chrome driver there, I will extract in desktop. Think that I am extracting in desktop. Got it right? You know, right? You know how to extract, right? Extract the files. After you extract the files, then let's see how do we write the code. Okay, so as we are discussing as per the subject or as per the syllabus, first installing the Selenium, that is done. We can directly do it in PyCharm. Second is downloading the Chrome driver. We have seen, go to the download, Google Chrome driver for Selenium. Click on it. Click on Chrome driver for the version which I am using, Chrome. It is very important. Check the version and accordingly Chrome driver install. Then after that, okay. So you have to write the steps. What steps you have to write? From Selenium import WebDriver. This is, I am importing the WebDriver. Okay, from Selenium import WebDriver. So this is a command. So from the Selenium package, I am importing a small module called WebDriver. So WebDriver, so we can say driver equal to WebDriver dot capital CHROM. What is this? Chrome of capital CHORE, Chrome of executable path. You can say executable path equal to where your Chrome driver is there, which that path you have to provide. Are you getting right what I am saying? This means this Chrome driver is going to connect to your Chrome browser. Are you getting right the step when I'm writing this? Okay, you have to say from Selenium import WebDriver, driver equal to WebDriver.chrome of executable path. Which path you have to provide here? Where your Chrome driver is installed, that path you have to provide. My Chrome driver, as we already know, it is installed in C desktop, right? Where it is installed? It is installed in C user desktop. So you have to provide in double quotations. Okay, you have to provide C user with double quotation. Got it right? Slash, double slash. Then Chrome driver.exe. You have to provide the complete path within the double quotes. It's very important. If you miss anything, you will not get it. So you have to provide the path very clearly. After you provide the path very clearly, then you can say driver.get. Now your driver is connected to your browser. Browser. Then you can able to launch your application. Okay, you can able to launch your application. You can perform any activities on your system. Got it right? Everyone is clear, right? So you can say driver.get. What which is driver.get. What is this get? It's application URL. What is this? Application URL. We can provide any application URL. Got it right? We can provide any application URL. So whatever the application we want to automate, we can provide that application URL. Suppose think that I want to automate this application. I can just provide Control C. Control C. I can come and I can provide this URL. Are you getting right? You can provide any application URL. That's not a matter. Which application you're working on, that application URL. So after getting that, what we are doing? So our target is what? What we have did? We have connected our Chrome driver to your Chrome browser. Okay. Then after connecting that Chrome driver to your Chrome browser, I have launched my application. Now let's see a small code. How do we write a small code in order to automate? This is what was we are going to see for our next couple of days in Selenium. So type F12. F12. What is this? F12. Or you can say inspect element. Right click on it and click on inspect element. Inspect. Otherwise, click on F12. After you click on inspect, just go and highlight this part. Okay. Okay. What is this? Go and highlight this part. Okay. You can see right. What is this? The HTML. I mean the XPath of this, or you can see what is the locator. So we want to type something, right? What is our target? Our target is to type something. I want to type something in this text box. Okay. In order to type something in the text box, my target is to first find the location. Which location I have to type? What is the location of this text box? So first, if I get the location, then I can able to type something. Yes or no? The first step is what? First step is to find the location. After finding the location, then I can type something on. In order to find that location, there are some locators. There are some locators. So I will explain you very clearly while we are in the process. What are the different locators? How do we handle different locators? Okay. So there are 8 locators. The 8 locators name is ID, class name, okay, tag name, CSS selector, okay, partial link text, then XPath. So there are 8 locators, out of which at least one is enough to find that location. Okay. In order to find any location in your web page, there are some locators. Okay. Using Selenium, we have some locators. There are 8 locators which are being provided. Out of 8 locators, if at least one locator is there with you, you can find that location easily. Got it right? So I said you there are 8 locators. So our target is to find at least one locator in order to find this location. So can you able to see I have 2 locators provided. I have ID is there and class name is there. Okay. So I don't require 2 of them. At least one is enough, right? My ID is there. What is this? ID is there. So how do we do that? First go and highlight this location. If you highlight this location, this will be highlighted. So out of which you have to find this. What you need to find? ID equal to name. What is this? ID equal to name. Copy it. Just copy it. Go to your PyCharm. Driver dot. From the driver connectivity, we are connected to the browser, and from the driver connectivity, find element by not linked text. By what ID? Yes or no? Find element by what? This is ID, right? ID equal to name, right? We are finding that element using what? Using the ID. Out of 8 locators, we are finding using ID, and that ID is what? ID is name. So by ID, what is this? Name. You have to provide within double quotations the ID. What is that ID? Are you clear, right? Everyone is clear, right? What I am explaining?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you getting right? Are you getting right? You are not confused, right? Anyone? Anyone confused? Or anyone having doubts? Please speak out now so that I'll be understanding. Okay, you're on the path. Anyone speak out now?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
So here we are taking ID. Why we are not taking text, sir? Is the text is a type or class?
No, that is not a locator, right? I can use like XPath, dynamic XPath, I can use that. That is on later stages. I'll explain you what is the process and all. Okay.
And
So
can I ask you one more question?
yeah, please.
So we are using here PyCharm because we are using Python as a programming language, or can we use different IDEs?
Yes, you can use any ID. You can use even Eclipse. You can use Visual Studio. You can use any other IDEs. There is no problem with using the different IDs. That depends on the company. The company has the liability to use IDs. So if you are working in a different company which can use different IDs, that's well and good. Ultimately, the code won't change, the process won't change. The only representation of data changes. That's all. I mean, representation of view change. Got it right? So there won't
So
be
what are
any change in other ways. Yeah.
different IDs are used in a real time, sir? PyCharm and Eclipse are the only two
Yes,
IDs.
yes. We can also use PyCharm. Normally, companies will buy the PyCharm version. I mean, they'll buy the what do you say, paid version. Then they will share it to all the employees, and then they can work on it direct. So this is what happens. In companies also they use PyCharm. A lot of the companies use PyCharm. Other companies use Eclipse. Some paid tools they will use. Some free tools. That depends. That depends on company to company and their usage. Okay, it's not like fixed for every company. So ultimately the code is same wherever you write, but the company's usage is different. Got it right?
Maybe ID to ID, the creation of projects, the creation of file may be varying because of the time asking this question. So is it possible that can we go through Eclipse ID and create one project and file in afterwards?
Okay, you are asking me. Yeah. When we start it, when we can discuss. When we are into part, we can discuss on multiple different works. That doesn't makes a different. I mean, big difference. Yeah, we can. If there is a possibility, we'll work on it. No worries. Okay. Fine.
Sure.
So
And
yeah.
is there any difference in performance based on IDE?
No. No performance. Performance change won't be there.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So see. Driver dot find element by id. So I have found that element what by id. So out of 8 locators, I require at least one locator. I'll have one locator, that is id, and that id equal to name. So I want to type something, right? I want to type Nikhil. What I need to type? I want to type Nikhil. If I want to type something, there is a method called send keys. Send underscore keys. This is very important. What I want to send keys. So you need to type this find element by id dot send keys. What keys I want to send? Whatever the text you want to send, you can write that. I want to send Nikhil. I want to pass Nikhil to that system. So if I want to pass Nikhil, so I have to provide within the double quotations that whatever the text I want to send. Are you clear, right, everyone? Okay, let's see this project. Let's see. So we know how to do that completely. We know how to install Selenium, how to install the Chrome driver, how to launch the application, how to click on that find the locator and then pass some text into that. So everything we have seen. So let's see how do we run it. Just I'm running it. See how the automation is at. I'm just writing the code is doing the activities. What it is doing, it is launching the browser, launching the application. You see, it is only launching automatically. Then the code it is doing. After that, it is writing Nikhil. Can you able to see everyone? I did not do any action. It is doing automatically using my code. Got it right? So this is all about more into the automation process. Everyone is clear, right? It has launched the browser, launched the application, written some text into the location where I want to put it. So you can pass like this also. I can again write a one more code, driver dot find element by, this time I want to pass some text into my phone number. What do I want to pass? I want to pass. You can see like this, you have to do automation. Here again ID is there, which is a phone number. I can just click on it by ID again within double quotes ph number. You should not write your own way. You have to write exactly what is that ID text is there. You have to pass only that text. Again send the keys. I'm sending the keys. So what I want to pass, some number 9121 something like this. This is not my number, sorry. Okay, just passing some data. Okay, again I'm saving it. Now you see. Like this, you have to write a step-by-step automation. Got it right? In order to automate an application, step by step. First step, launching, writing some text. There are a lot of things as we pass. We'll have drag down, drop downs. We'll have drag and drop mouse movements. All these things we'll see how do we automate using Selenium. Yeah, right? Got it right? We are writing Python code, right? We have written Python code in order to do this. Everyone clear with this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone clear over here?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, after this we will see a proper structure, how to build the framework, how to build the system, how to build the complete framework, how do you run the report, how do you generate the reports, how do you create a proper folder structure of Selenium Python project. Okay, all these things let's see in the later stage. These are the very basic parts. Okay, so yeah, so this is all about a very basic part, how do we do with the Selenium. So let's go back to our normal stage. So as I said you right, our syllabus will start from Python basics, where we'll be discussing all these basics. After that we'll be going and discussing, I have already shown you all these things. I think till here we have seen very basics. Got it right? Theory is remaining, but everything we have seen, how to work with Selenium WebDriver, run test in Chrome, Selenium tests, okay, and then locators, all these things we'll see. How do we use drag and drops, handling pop-ups, Windows handling, frame handling, cookies, mouse actions, scroll down, scrolling the web pages, capturing the screenshots. So then we'll see automation frameworks. We'll see unit test framework, how the framework works, how to run the test suite, okay, how to create the page object model, BDD framework, data-driven framework, PyTest framework. All these things we'll see. Okay, then we'll see Git and Jenkins, very basics. How do we, store our data in repository and then build the system, build the application in Jenkins. A small project we'll see on real time. Then we'll also see the API testing. API testing is also important. Normally it is like considered as a different course, but we are discussing it in one course. So we'll also see basics of complete understanding of API testing. How do we test the API's response, status lines, headers, validation, a lot of things we'll see. Okay, and also see interview questions, what questions they may ask you. Okay. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. This is our more focus one. So we will get back to our normal things what we are discussing. So we have completed till here. So we will see set and dictionary today, and also till loops and possibly functions. Okay. If there is any chance, we'll see till functions. Okay. Are you clear, right? Okay. Fine. Getting back to our normal IDE, Python. So yeah, someone can please go on mute now. I'm getting your voice. Rakesh, can you please go on mute? Thank you. So now our target, so we have discussed till yesterday. You can find it in our YouTube. We have discussed very basics of something called Python, data types. So we have seen list, we have seen string, we have seen numbers. So we have seen tuple also. So now we are going to discuss about set. So what is a set data type? Can anyone say? People who have already worked on or understood. What is a set data type?
The ordered collection of elements.
Set is a
Unordered collection of elements which does not
okay.
contain repetition of elements,
Okay.
and it's
And also
heterogeneous
order is not
collection.
important.
Yes, it's an unordered collection of elements. That's well and good. Next thing.
So it does not accept duplicate elements.
Okay.
We have to enclose with parentheses.
Set is mutable.
Okay. So first set is unordered collection of elements. Set is mutable. So I said you mutable means changeable. Set you know,
heterogeneous elements contain.
yeah, set contains heterogeneous. What do you mean by exact heterogeneous? So will set takes any mutable data type? No. Set contains only immutable. Set takes only immutable data types. Okay, immutable. Immutable means, okay, immutable data types. That means you cannot pass a list into a set. You cannot pass a set into a set. You cannot pass a dictionary into a set. You can only pass strings or numbers or tuple into a set. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So set is, you know, non-repetition. Okay. Set consists, or you can set takes non-repetition elements. Non-repetition elements, or you can say, you know, non-repetition. Takes non-repetition. Then what are the other things that we can use in set?
Yes.
Hmm?
Set elements are enclosed within curly braces from each other.
Yeah, so they are represented using the curly brackets. These are the very
How
basic.
the second point and third point are different from each other?
Yes.
Set is
Second point,
mutable and set.
I will explain. Second point and third points are different from each other. What do you mean by that? I'll explain. Set is represented by something like S equal to, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which is in the double, which is in the curly braces, or you can say flower brackets. So this is the type. What is the type of it? The type of it is set. The type of S is set. Okay. So the question here, as we are discussing, set is unordered collection of elements. What is majorly unordered collection of elements is, okay, you cannot able to retrieve any of the data using the index. So if I want to get 2, if I want to print 2, or if I want to extract 2 from the set, I cannot able to, you see, I cannot able to extract it using the index. There is no concept of using the index. I cannot say s of s of 1. I'll get a error. Okay. Why I will get an error? Normally in your list and your tuple, you can able to get you can able to retrieve the data using the index. But whereas in set you cannot able to get using the index. The reason you cannot get able to index is this is unordered collection of data. Unordered means you cannot able to get the data using the index. Second point, set is mutable. Set is mutable means I can able to add or remove the elements into the set. If I want to add an element into a set, I want to add number 6 and number 5. I can use this element. I can say, you see, if I print the set, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you getting right? Everyone getting right? Everyone is getting right? So I can able to change the size of my set. I can able to remove, change. I can able to do whatever. So that's why it is called mutable. Mutable means I can able to change the data. Okay. So the third point, the difference between the second point and third point, set takes only immutable data types. If I say set equal to what I said you 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I pass a list into a set, will it takes it? If I print S, will I get it output? No, if I just print it, if I just type enter, what is the answer? Is it going to take it? I'll get error. No. Get a error. What it is saying? Unhashable type. It will not take any mutable data types. So this is list is a mutable data type. What is list? List is a mutable data type. Set is also a mutable data type. That's why I have given added element. Okay, got it right? So set won't allow any mutable data types inside it. You can pass a tuple. There is no problem. S equal to, you can pass a string also. No problem. You can pass a string. This is also no problem. I can pass a tuple also. Tuple. Don't worry about the pronunciation, but just concept is important. This is also right. Is this a wrong way of set? No, it is the right way of representing a set. Got it right? The order is not retrieved. The only thing is like order is not retrieved. You can see right. You can pass any immutable data types. This Nikhil is string is a immutable data type. Tuple is also immutable, but whereas list is a mutable data type, which is not allowing me. Got it right? So are you clear? Who asked that question? The difference between the mutable data type, and it takes only immutable data types. Clear, right, everyone? Okay. So first step is like it will not take any repetitions. So what do you mean by that? That means suppose I have initialized a set like this. Okay, s equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3. Can you see? Can you see? I have initialized a set like this. Okay, I will just try to decrease the size possibly. Yeah. Can you able to see 1 2 3 4 1 2? Sorry. 1 2 3 4 1 2 2 2 4. Okay, how many times I have given repetition? I have given 1 2 times repetition, 2 3 times repetition, and 4 2 times repetition. But if I print s, it will only print 1 2 3 4. It will not consider repetition elements. Are you getting right, everyone? It will not take the repetition elements. That is what the reason I said you it won't take the repetition elements. Are you clear with the 4 points which I have explained, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you are very clear with this, you will never get any doubt. Okay, 4 points is very clear. Clear is it will not take any repetition. It will not allow any mutable data types. It's a mutable data type, and it is not considering any order, because you see the order which I have inputted is 1 2 Nikhil 1 2. So the output I got is Nikhil 1 2 1 2. So it is not maintaining an order. It is maintaining in its own order. So it is not an ordered collection. It's an unordered collection. Okay, fine. So let's see some very basic parts of set data type, and we'll focus on it. So s dot update. Okay, s dot update. So if I want to update multiple elements, I want to update 6 7 8. This is not a list, boss. It is just like an element. It is a sequence that you are passing multiple element sequence you are passing. Got it, right? So now the reason, what is the meaning of this is dot update 678. I'm going to add 678 to the existing list. See, my list is now 1 2 3 4, right? This is the latest list which I've taken. So I want to update, I want to add some elements. If I want to add multiple elements, this is the reason. If you want to add a single element, you can say s dot add of whatever the element you want to add. If you want to add multiple elements, you need to say s dot update of whatever, how many elements you want to add, 6 7 3 elements. So I'm just writing. See, okay, what is the meaning of this? It's not okay. Initially it used to work. It used to work in 3.x versions, but I don't know why it's not working. Okay, maybe like this dot update. I need to say this one.
Take it in parentheses, sir.
Yeah. So okay, see now. Yeah, got it right. Got it right. It is updating. It is added 3 elements. Yeah, I did a mistake here. I could not able to forgot it. Yeah. Clear, right, everyone? So then there is something called a method called you can focus on s dot. Is there anything called remove? Is there anything called remove? Can I do remove?
Yes, sir.
Can I use remove?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
If I want to remove 4, I can say like this. Now 4 is removed. Can you able to see? 4 is removed. Got it right? So 1 2 3 6 7 8. 4 is removed. So this is can I use delete method? Can I use delete in set? Can I use it? Is it right one? People has to say, is it a right way to use delete?
No, sir.
Please speak out now. Please speak out. Someone.
No, sir.
We cannot use delete because it is not working on we cannot use any index. We cannot use any index. Can I use pop? S dot pop? Yes,
No, sir.
I can use pop. It will automatically remove the last element. We don't know what is the last element. It randomly removes any element. It is removing one. So normally pop is to remove the last element, right? So pop, it will randomly remove any element. Okay. Are you clear, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's see something called dictionary. Yeah. So what is a dictionary, boss?
Dictionary is a collection of
Dictionary
key
consists
value
of
pairs.
key value pair.
Okay.
Dictionary is mutable.
Can be
Okay.
any data type. It can be any data type.
Is it sure?
Yes, I guess so.
It is also unordered. It is unordered. What is the third step?
Keys contain unique values, but values must be
It is a
repeated.
mutable. It
But
is a mutable
keys
data type.
not.
It's a mutable data type. Keys should be unique. And cannot repeat. Okay. Can be only non-mutable, immutable. Can be only. Key should be only immutable. Clear, right? You should remember this point. They should be unique. First point. They should not repeat. Keys cannot be multiple. If you repeat, it will take the latest assignment, but it should not be repeated normally, and that should be only immutable. Values can be any data type. Okay. And can repeat. Okay, and can repeat any number of times. Okay, so there is no what do you say? There is no restriction for your values. Values can be anything. Just give me a minute, 1 minute. Yeah, fine. So you understood, right? These are the top points which we have to focus on. Okay. So values can be of any data type and can repeat. Keys should be unique and cannot repeat. So it's a mutable data type. So on. So it's a key and value pair. So you can also represent a dictionary. Is it a dictionary, empty dictionary, or a set? Boys, tell me. It is also represented with the flower brackets. Same as your set, it is represented with your flower brackets. Okay. Can I able to see, guys? Can I able to consider this as a empty dictionary or an empty list?
This is set.
Huh?
Set.
Is it empty set? Sorry, empty set or empty dictionary?
Empty set.
How many people say it's empty set?
Yeah, Sandeep.
It is
Yeah.
set.
Anyone else? Everyone. Is it empty set?
Yes.
No, it is an empty dictionary. What is this? What is this? What is the type of D? It's a dictionary type. Okay. If you want to get empty set, you need to say SC equal to some variable equal to set of like this. Got it, right? The type of SC is what? This is empty set. What is this? Empty set. Are you clear, everyone? So this is an empty dictionary. This is not a set. This is an empty dictionary. This is a set. If you want to give an empty set, you need to say like this. Okay, you don't need to provide any values within that. This is the representation of empty set. Don't be confused with empty set or dictionary. Okay, clear, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So dictionary is represented by keys and values. So I can say keys colon. I should say first thing keys, then colon values. So values can be of any data type, as I said you right. Keys and values can be of any data type. Keys should be only immutable. Keys should not repeat, and keys should be unique. And values can be of any data type and they can be repeated. So now what I'm doing, I'm giving one as a key. So the concept, the syntax is key colon value. The syntax is like this. These two things are called as one element. Got it right? So it is not considered as different. This both are called as one elements. So normally in set we can provide one element similarly, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is an individual element. But whereas it comes to dictionary, the only difference between dictionary and set, I mean in terms of representation, it is a two. Two represent one. So key and value pair is called as one element. Okay, the pair is called as one element. So you see 1 colon 1. Here key is 1, colon value is 1. Then 1 2 colon 2. Okay, I can provide any data type. I can say 3 colon Nikhil. Can I do that? Yes. Because we know that keys can be immutable data type, values can be any data type. So keys is 1, keys is 2, keys is 3, values are 1, 2, Nikhil. Yes or no? So how many elements are there? There are not 6 elements. There are only 3 elements. These both are considered as one element. These both are considered as one more element. These both are considered as one element. So there are 3 elements. Totally 3 elements. Okay. So if I want to get the data of 3, so here it is again unordered. What I said, unordered, or you can say there is no order. So that means you cannot able to retrieve any data. Suppose I want to get the second data. This data I want to print. If I want to get, I cannot get it using the index because it is unordered. So I can only get it using the key. So you can only retrieve the elements or retrieve the value using the key. If you know the key, only then you can get the value. Otherwise, there is no chance of getting that element. So D of 3. D of 3 doesn't mean the index. Got it? Right? D of key. What is the syntax? Dictionary representation of key. Okay, then you will get the answer should be value. What is the answer you should get? You should get value. This is the logic. Okay. You cannot say index. This is not the index. Again, please be clear. D of 3 is here. It is the key value. I'm providing D of 3. What is the answer I will get? I will get the. If I say D of 2, I will get 2. If I say D of 1, I will get 1. So I can say if I want how many, what are the keys? If I want to get the keys, I can say D dot keys. If I want to get the values, I can say D dot values. So what are the keys? 1, 2, 3 are keys. Here 1 is key, 2 is key. All these things are keys. Then colon, all these things are values. What are the values? 1, 2, Nikhil. If I want to retrieve this, you can say D dot keys, D dot. If I want to retrieve the whole dictionary, I can say D dot items. D dot whole dictionary is. Everyone getting right what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Clear, right? Any doubts?
Sir, yes. May I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
Sir, you have given int type in the keys type, sir. In the place of key, you have given int type. Can we give other types also?
Which one you want to provide? What type? You can
Like
define any dictionary. See, you can define any dictionary. Sorry, something is happening. Yeah. You can define any dictionary with any keys can be anything, any data type. You see, this can be also a key, this can be also a dictionary. You can also define a dictionary like this. Got it right?
Yeah.
Any dictionary
Yes.
can be defined. Okay, this is also right. I said you right. Keys can be any data type except immutable. That means key should be any immutable data type. Keys can be a number, keys can be a string, keys can be also a tuple. Keys cannot be a list. See, if I define a list keys like this, if I define a keys like this, will I get a output? Will I get output? Will I get output? I'll get an error. I'll get an error saying that hashable type list. I cannot pass inside as a key any mutable data types. Are you clear, right, everyone? I can pass any immutable data. I can pass any immutable. So this is also a proper representation of dictionary. There is no problem. People cannot deny it. People cannot deny it. It is not a proper representation. So this is also a proper representation of dictionary. Clear, right? So if I want to retrieve any data, d of Nikhil, d of key equal to value, right? So here I'll get 1. D of Raj is, okay, what I'll get 2. Are you getting, right? So if
Yes,
you
sir.
know the logic, if you know the rules, you can define any dictionary or any key, anything. Okay, there is no problem. As we discussed, it should be unordered, keys and value pair, mutable data type. Can be key should be unique. Unique means it should be one time. It should not be repeated much time. I cannot repeat. That is the meaning of it. And it will only take immutable data types. Values can be any data type and can also repeat. It is represented by float brackets. That is the normal discussion of. So you may ask me, sir, I want, as you said, it is a mutable data type. So what we are discussing, when it is a mutable data type, I can able to add some data. See here in set also, I have added some data and I have removed some data. As you already know, we have used something called update. We have used add. Okay, we have used add to add some single data. We have used update to update multiple data. We have used remove to remove the data, pop to remove the data. All these things we have seen. So because set is also a mutable data type. So mutable data type means a data type that can be changeable, that is not constant. Tuple is constant, so it is immutable. String is constant, it is immutable. Numbers are constant, it is immutable. Numbers, string, and then tuple. This three comes into immutable data types. List, set, dictionary. This three comes into mutable data types. Remember this point. Very clear, very important. So they will ask, is dictionary a mutable data type or immutable data type? You have to say it is a mutable data type. I can able to add data, I can able to change the data inside it. So how do you add a new data? If I want to add a new data, I can directly use like this d of, I can pass any. So suppose I want to pass Hari. Okay, Hari. So d of key, any key, you can provide any key, that's up to you. If you want to add any new data, you just need to say dictionary of what key you want to give, you have to provide that key, and what value you have to provide, you want to provide 3. Suppose I want to provide the index 3. This is the adding data. If you want to add some new data to your dictionary, existing dictionary, how you do that? You can randomly provide d of some key equal to some value. It will be randomly added. Now you see Nikhil 1, Raj 2, Hari 3 is added, right? So automatically it is added. Initially the dictionary is only 2 elements. Now the dictionary has 3 elements, key and value base. Everyone is getting, right? This is the way you add. You don't use any methods like add or update, like, okay, append. No methods are. You can directly, you can able to give any key and any value assignment. Everyone clear, right? Okay.
Clear.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you want to copy a dictionary into other dictionary, if you want to delete any key, you can say del of d of. Can I say like this? D of Nikhil. Or you can say, can I say like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because I'm not using any index here. I'm only using the key. Okay, I'm deleting using the key. I'm not deleting any index. So that's why it is possible. So see, my Nikhil is deleted. Now Nikhil is deleted. So how can you delete an element? You can delete an element. Okay. So it seems like it is already time. A lot of people are also discussing. So tomorrow we'll make a quick start and we'll complete all the things. So today we'll complete till this point of time. So clear, right? This is the way you do. So if I want to copy a dictionary into a dictionary, you can say d.copy. Okay. So if I print d1, d1 will be exact copy of d. Someone asks you deep copy, shallow copy. Okay, shallow copy and deep copy. I will explain. That will come into the modules. We have to install a module called copy, then we can use how do we use deep copy. Okay, how do we use shallow copy? So that we'll use the module. Okay, there will we are discussing the modules. We'll discuss because that is a question that will be frequently asked in interviews. Okay, so please remember me while the discussion is going on modules. I can explain you the deep copy and shallow copy, the examples. Okay, clear, right? So fine. So I hope you can able to understand the copy of things. How do we copy things? Then anything else you want to discuss?
Yes, sir. May I have you look at the course content which you are having?
You want the course content?
Course content.
It is there in website. You can go to Durga's website and you can get the content. It is there in website. I feel, but I feel, yeah. So, where is this here? Here, Selenium with Python, right? Go here.
Yeah.
Okay. Click on this. You'll find the complete content. Are you getting right, everyone? Whoever wants, they can get it from me.
So BDD frameworks and we are going to discuss all this. We are going to learn all this BDD frameworks,
Yes.
page object
Yes.
modeling, test frameworks.
Yes.
And
So we'll take
in this content, are we missing any performance testing?
No. We are only focusing
Isn't
on
that
functional part, not the non-functional
Isn't
part.
that important?
Yeah, we are only focusing on the functional part. We'll also see API testing to some extent, but we are more focusing on because this is more demanding in market.
Yes.
Yeah. So any doubts?
The interview preparation is what is it in the content contains? Huh?
No, I'll be providing you some questions which are much asked in interviews related to core Python logics and then Selenium.
Up to what level?
You mean to say experience level?
Experience level, yes, and one experience level and the topic wise, content wise also. Does it that the questions include performance based performance like JMeter, or the questions included on that?
No. See, we are focusing on Selenium with Python. Selenium will most focus on functional part only. So we are not going to see any kind of non-functional testing part. Okay. Here, much of the things is functional part, which is very demanding because performance testing will be very little asked in interviews. Any interviews you go, out of 100% testing jobs, 90% will be into the Selenium and that to functional part. Some 10% into multiple different other scenarios. So out of 100, like you see, 90% only our focus is because out of 100 companies, 90 companies will focus on functional part and most of this framework level understanding and Selenium part. Okay, clear, right?
Okay, sir. I hope the questions includes for the experienced candidates.
Yeah.
Level.
You can have up to 3 like around 3 years, near to 3 years of experience, 2 to 3 years. I can feel not more than that because that depends again a lot of hard work you need to do it from your end. So you can provide till 2 years, 2.5 years, maximum 3 years.
So maximum 2 years as the automation or total experience in testing?
No, not total. I'm saying whatever my topic, whatever my teaching.
Okay, automation.
Yeah, that's up to you. Total experience.
Cucumber will be included in this syllabus or not?
Sorry?
Cucumber will be included or not?
Yeah, Cucumber is called BDD framework. BDD framework, we are going to discuss Cucumber. Okay? I have explained, right? You can able to see BDD framework. We'll see writing feature files, writing the step definition files, running the tests, okay, integration. All this comes into BDD, behavior driven development. where we will be writing the Cucumber Gherkin language code using feature files and all. We'll see the process. How do we automate? How do we write the step definition files? How do we write the page objects? How do we integrate them? How do you run the tests? Okay. How do you give it? So there are the framework structure. We'll see the process. Yeah. Anything? Yeah. Any doubts? Other people? So possibly we'll see, because today I think at 9:49, which is out of time. So we have a limitation. Tomorrow we'll cover up all the other topics. So today you understood, right, how to just normally launch it. Today people, whoever doesn't, who have not done it before, they can just go and download this PyCharm, install the Selenium. So connect the Chrome driver, download the Chrome driver, connect to the browser, do a small automation code, what I have given here. So you can just work on it in your home. Okay, fine. Any doubts? Otherwise I can close the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.